Okay, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. How is everybody today? Hello. Welcome to my first of two gameplay streams yet again. Today is Thursday, March 22nd, 2018. I am Darkside Phil, of course, ladies and gentlemen, and hello. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well. I am doing well. I am looking forward to today for various reasons. Okay, let's talk a little bit about that. All right, let's start off with what you guys will be seeing on today's streams. First of all, this first gameplay stream that I'm doing is going to be a unique one. Okay, and you might say, well, why? What's so unique about it? Well, first of all, it's my conclusion stream of Sea of Thieves. I've been playing Sea of Thieves for 2 days straight, and I'll also be playing it for one more session right now. Okay. So what will I be doing in this session? Well, I will be doing co-op, as I've been doing the past 2 days. Got a couple people on deck ready to join, and I'm going to invite them to a party at the beginning of the game. And this may be an opportunity for someone who has played with me either on Tuesday or Wednesday to also join me to try to get a full party. So we're going to see who's available and who would like to team with me for this final session of Sea of Thieves today on stream. Now you may be saying, now wait a minute. Final session of Sea of Thieves? Well, I don't get it. Why is this the final session? The game's brand new. It just came out on Tuesday, right? And you know, this is only your third session. You're only playing it 3 times. Well, what's the deal? Why is that? Well, it's very simple, folks. Because as of today, it seems I will have done everything available in the game, and I mean that. In the past 2 days, I've learned how to work with my crew to pilot the ship. I learned how to search for buried treasure. I learned how to fight the skeleton hordes and earn rewards by trading in their skulls after I kill them. I have learned how to capture animals and trade them into the Merchants Guild, as well as gunpowder and the like other resources for rewards. I've learned how to buy pieces of clothing, accessories, and tankards and other things to change the appearance of my character. And I have taken over a skeleton stronghold. So I've done all those things. So what is left in Sea of Thieves? Well, really, there's only 2 major things left in the game. To hunt and fight the Kraken. Okay, that's number 1. And then number 2, to fight humans, which I did try to do once or twice. However, it's incredibly hard in the game because guess what? The world is incredibly empty and there's almost no other humans anywhere. In fact, I would say in the 2 whole days that I've played the game, 7 hours of gameplay, I've probably seen 5 human ships, if that. And, twice I think I tried to actually fight the human ships and got completely dominated. So, it just, that's the point I'm trying to make here. I think I've done everything. If I were to keep playing this game, what would I do? The same shit again and again. Take over another skeleton stronghold that's the same as the other one. Do the same repetitive missions over and over to raise your guild rankings. Why would I bother? You know what I mean? I don't see what else there is. I just don't see what else there is in the game. And the thing is, I've been saying to everyone, guys, if anyone has any suggestions of stuff I haven't done in the game and you'd like to see me do, please let me know. And I'm not even getting any responses. No one's even saying anything. Apparently, I really have covered everything. And it's hilarious because I see someone on my forums, Phil only played Sea of Thieves 2 days. It's like the hottest game on Twitch, and he's only played it 2 days. He's quitting already. I'm like, dude, did you watch any of the streams? Apparently not, because you don't realize there's nothing left to do. I've done everything. Now, some other people are saying, well, I hope that Sea of Thieves would become a game like PUBG for Phil, where from time to time he can go back to the well and do a session where he just plays it to interact with the viewers. No, that's not even possible. And the reason being is because to play Sea of Thieves and do it properly, you really need to play with a full crew, and you need to be constantly communicating. Oh, we're going to go to this island, so we need you to unfurl the sails, one person to navigate and one person to steer. You constantly need voice communication with your crew. I was originally going to play this game without voice communication. I can't imagine playing Sea of Thieves without voice communication. It's incredibly important just to get from point A to point B to have voice communication to pilot the ship. So if you're constantly having to communicate with your crew, right, in order to even get across the map, how are you supposed to have time to read stream chat, interact with people on stream, give shout outs for cheers, subs, and tips? I'll be honest with you guys, the past 2 days, it's been really difficult for me to stay on top of the game. It's been really hard for me to stay on top of it and still give you guys your shout outs for your cheers, subs, and tips. And, you know, when I have to read your shout outs, it basically breaks the immersion of the game, and the people who are playing with me are kind of like, you know, oh God, Phil's reading shout outs, because they're expecting me to be talking to them with, you know, communication about the game, and then all of a sudden they get distracted by shout outs. You see what I mean? It's not like PUBG where there's 20 minutes of dead time where you're just gathering resources and looking for a vehicle, and you have tons of time to interact with stream chat. It's kind of the complete opposite, where you really have to be hyper focused on the game and playing with the people who you're co-oping with, and therefore you can't really focus on stream chat or anything like that. See what I mean? So really, it feels like the opposite to me. Now here's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna be doing my final session of Sea of Thieves. You know, probably play for about 3 hours or so, and then I'm gonna end the gameplay a little bit early, because I'm going to do a live review of Sea of Thieves right here on the stream. Since people are dying for me to review this game, I'm going to do a live review of Sea of Thieves for you guys right here live on stream. And yes, it's going to be recorded for YouTube and uploaded to YouTube afterward. So this is the first game review, okay? The first game review that I've done since last summer. So yes, this is happening today. So, there you go. That's today's first stream. My final gameplay of Sea of Thieves, hunting the Kraken, maybe doing some more side missions, which isn't really side missions, it's really the only thing to do in the game, and and then a live review. Alright? Tonight, on my second stream, ladies and gentlemen, you guys voted overnight for what I would play tonight, and the options were PUBG, Call of Duty World War II, or Ultra Street Fighter 2. And in overwhelming numbers, over 40% of the vote, Ultra Street Fighter 2 is in the lead, and it's going to win, because really it only has about, I think only like 5 more hours to go. And so unless we get like, you know, another 200 people who all vote for other games outside of Ultra Street Fighter 2, Ultra Street Fighter 2 is going to win. It's ahead by over 10% of the vote. So it looks like Ultra Street Fighter 2 will be tonight's second stream. Alright, pretty good, right? And that's pretty sweet, because 2 reasons. Number one, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Street Fighter. Oh, and Street Fighter 2 is the Street Fighter game that I'm the best at. And coming off of playing it on Sunday, you know, I've kind of got the Street Fighter bug again, and I'm craving playing Street Fighter again, which is a good thing. Because of the second point I'm about to make, the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection has a release date, May 29th, 2018, so 2 months. And so in the next 2 months, to actually be playing Ultra Street Fighter 2 every once in a while when I have an opportunity to play it, will, number one, keep me in the mindset of Street Fighter, right? And number two, keep me kind of like to get the rust off. So even though this is not the best version of Street Fighter 2, it's laggy online, it's hard to find matches, you got idiots picking overpowered characters who should not be in ranked matches like Akuma and Violent Ken. I still have fun playing it. And, you know, Sunday stream was really good. So I am looking forward to tonight. Ultra Street Fighter 2 tonight on stream. Okay? Then tomorrow's my day off. Alright? Tomorrow is my day off after, you know, hard-earned after 8 days straight that I've been streaming, by the way. So finally a day off tomorrow. And then I'm coming back on Saturday with the premiere of Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. I'm very excited for this game. I love Ni no Kuni 1. I love JRPGs. All the reviews for this game are incredibly positive. Everyone's saying the game is an outstanding JRPG. It's about time. We needed one. The graphics are great. It's an adult-oriented story and theme. The gameplay itself is good. So I'm really pumped for Saturday. I hope you guys are too. What I'm thinking is Ni no Kuni 2 is going to kind of like how Persona 5 was last year, where we'll start off strong, and then more than likely what happens with JRPGs is the attention kind of dies off a little bit, but it'll be an ongoing playthrough that I'll be doing for, you know, a hardcore audience who really like myself, my content, and JRPGs. And hopefully we'll have a lot of fun, right? It doesn't really matter if we get an overabundant amount of viewers or just a small dedicated amount of viewers, as long as we're all enjoying the game and having fun, right? Then it doesn't really matter. And that's kind of the way I'm approaching Ni no Kuni 2. I know it's a JRPG. I know that my main viewing audience is very turned off by JRPGs. I wasn't born yesterday. I've been doing this for 10 years. And every single time that I played a JRPG, this happened. Okay? So that being said, I'm very excited for this game, and I hope that you guys will join me for it starting on Saturday. Okay? And then it'll be Ni no Kuni 2 balanced with other stuff. Maybe I'll do a little bit Call of Duty, or maybe I'll do a little bit of PUBG. We'll see. Until Tuesday, and then on Tuesday we got Far Cry 5 finally releasing, along with the final episode of Batman Season 2 from Telltale Games. So I'll be doing that, and then it'll be basically a balance of Far Cry 5 and Ni no Kuni 2 for a while, with other stuff mixed in and sprinkled in from here to there, until we finally get to an opportunity when there's more dead time. Now, some people have said, well, Phil, are you aware that Assassin's Creed Rogue releases this week? It's the remastered version of Assassin's Creed Rogue, and my answer is yes, I am aware of that. However, you know, being that all these other games are coming out and I'm going to be busy with them, I'm not playing this at launch, but this could be a game, the remaster of Assassin's Creed Rogue, possibly I could start up in, say, April, once I'm done with Far Cry 5, and I'm well into Ni no Kuni 2, and I'm looking for something else to do. Maybe I could balance that in there, all right? So we'll see, all right? We'll see. We'll see how it goes and go from there. All right. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about the next couple of weeks. New content, new fun stuff. I hope you guys are excited for the streams and everything. I'm certainly excited. Looking forward to it. So there you go. All right. Anything else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about before we move on here on the pre-stream. Let's see. Really nothing else has come up recently. It's been pretty, like I said, it's sadly, and I hate to say this, it's been really slow in the realm of gaming. It just has. Games that were hyped and were expected to be good aren't good. And there hasn't been any major new releases in a long time. So I'm seriously hoping that there will be some good games coming up shortly. You know what I mean? We really need them. And, you know, that's why I'm hoping Ni no Kuni 2, Far Cry 5, God of War. Let's hope all these games end up living up to their potential. Ooh. All right. So, that's really it. I guess what we'll do, let's do some plugs. And then I'll do some shout-outs for you guys who have cheered, subbed, and tipped here on the pre-stream. And then we'll get into the end of Sea of Thieves, which there is really, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know if what's left in the game is going to be enough to occupy my stream today. I have no idea. All right. So, folks, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your viewership. I appreciate everything that you guys say and do. I really do. And, you know, the reason I'm still here today is because in the past year, you guys have given me overwhelming amount of support. I've become the underdog yet again. But I feel good because there is a big amount of positivity behind myself, behind my streaming, behind my gameplay, behind everything I do again. And it's a really good feeling because I haven't felt that in a while. So thank you guys, all right? And if you're currently either watching this live on stream or maybe you're watching this pre-stream video on YouTube because a lot of people watch it on demand as well, and you like everything I do, you like that daily I put in, you know, hours and hours of work, you get free content every single day. If you'd like to go above and beyond just being a standard stream viewer and do other things in order to support my effort to keep doing this, all right? There's many things that you can do, which we will talk about right now. The first of which is Patreon at patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. If you pledge to my Patreon, first of all, you're directly helping me in operating this business and allowing me to continue to do this for a living. You know, the cost of games, internet, electricity, equipment can really pile up, especially during busier times of the year when there's a lot of new game releases and stuff going on, or when unforeseen circumstances happen. Like just in the past few months, a monitor died and I had to get a new one. I ran out of storage space, had to buy a new external hard drive. This stuff comes up all the time, okay? So, that being said, your pledges to my Patreon help with that. And the cool thing about Patreon is anything that you pledge to my Patreon contributes to a monthly perk level, and depending on what you contribute, you earn personal perks. So you get stuff back, right, for your contributions. For example, getting text or verbal thank you shout-outs in my videos. Getting premium forum access so you can nominate and vote on games for events. You can get your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, which is happening next month, in April, by the way, in less than a month. Hint, hint. Or you can even get a private Q&A video made. So all these things, all right? Great perks. I'm not going to go into massive detail about them. Go check them out for yourself at patreon.com/darksidephil. Your pledges are greatly appreciated and help me out. Thank you guys who are current pledgees. And for those considering pledging in the future, thank you as well in advance. All right, that's number one. Number two, there is my Teespring shop, okay, where you can buy really cool Darksidephil and DSPGaming themed sweatshirts, t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, and stickers, all kinds of merch, all kinds of swag, as they say, all designed by my viewers and fans. All right, really cool stuff. The current line of product features a parody on the Red Dead Redemption logo, as well as a kind of a parody of the Sonic the Hedgehog logo. All right, pretty cool stuff. You want to give it a look over at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Anything, all right, anything that you buy from my Teespring store, all right, ends up giving me a pretty sizable commission, which is great, right? It's great that I can get a pretty sizable commission. It helps me out, but also obviously you're getting a collectible too. So it goes hand in hand. You get something cool, it helps me out. If you do buy something from my Teespring store and you would like to share it with the world, okay, feel free to send me a picture on Twitter at TheyCallMeDSP. I'd be more than happy to share that with my over 25,000 Twitter followers. Sounds good? All right. And then, folks, last but certainly not least, if you were watching live on stream today and you would like a shout out during the stream, there are 3 ways you can get one. You can either cheer with bits, subscribe to the channel, or tip me on stream as well. If you do any of those 3 things, I will give you a verbal shout out for your contributions. And the thing is, depending on what you say, maybe I'll just give you a shout out, maybe I'll answer a question, etc. All right. But there are a few ground rules. Number 1, please keep it concise. Please do not do a cheer or subscribe and then leave a 14 sentence essay. I'm not going to read it on stream, and we don't have time for that. All right. Number 2, please keep it positive. We don't want negative stuff, insults, things inciting anger, or trying to start trouble. We're not going to have that, and I'm not going to read those on stream. Okay. And please keep it on topic. I mean, I understand that some people might have random questions that have nothing to do with what's going on stream. That's okay. But let's not completely derail the stream with cheers for, 45 minutes about something that has nothing whatsoever to do with anything going on stream. Let's try to at least keep it a little bit concise. All right. Okay. So there you go. Now, you can also get an on-screen pop-up notification. So visual recognition for your contributions if you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and click on the share button after you subscribe to the channel, all right, or if you tip me $5 or more. So those 3 methods, you get an on-screen animation. In fact, you're seeing a couple of the animations right now on the screen. They just happened, okay? So if you want to get both visual and verbal recognition, that's what you need to do, all right? Now, 2 final things before we get to shout-outs. First of all, I want to say thank all of you, for your great support. It is very much appreciated. Right now, this month, we are pushing to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the month. It is 9 days left in this month. All right, 9 days to go. We've got 2 hot new releases coming up in Ni no Kuni 2, as well as Far Cry 5. Will they bring in new viewers? Possibly they will. And I'm excited. I hope they do. Maybe we can get some newcomers, or maybe some of you who are regulars, maybe we'll finally decide to subscribe to the channel. what do you get for subscribing? Well, you get access to all of the awesome emotes that you see people using in the stream chat frequently, including things like the Goku filled, the DSP Pepe, you know, all the cool ones. The wrong emote, the face palm emote, all the different Dark Side Phil emotes are available to the subscribers. In addition, you get a cool chat subscriber badge representing how long you've been a sub. You start out as a bronze crown. Then after 3 months, you hit the silver crown. And then after 6 months, it's a golden crown. And then for those who are lucky to be a year or longer, okay, you get a golden crown encrusted with beautiful shining rubies. Okay, Shady Sands actually is a 1-year sub, and he just tested it. So there it is. So pretty awesome, right? Now, once you hit a 2-year sub, there is a diamond crown that's going to be coming out as well. However, no one's been able to do that because I started streaming November 2016. So, you know, coming this November, some people will be hitting the 2-year mark, and we'll get to see that finally, right? So that's what you benefit. And then, of course, if I do take a break, a commercial break, and I run ads, I'm not sure if subs see those ads or not. It used to be they didn't, but I think Twitch may have changed that. I have no idea. But anyway, that's what you get from it. And then me, obviously, you help me out a little bit by subscribing. So there you go. All right, let's make a push. We could do it. 500 subs by the end of the month. If we do hit 500, I'll be bringing back the Patron's Choice playthrough, by which we'll be doing a game that patrons vote and nominate. Some games in the past that have been Patron's Choice playthroughs are various Sonic games, Super Mario Sunshine, Persona, Yakuza, and of course, who can forget Spyro the Dragon. So some really awesome games that I've played over the years as a result of this event. So I hope we can do it again. All right. All right. And then last but not least, folks, again, I know some people don't want to hear this stuff, but it's very important to me. It's very important that I can keep doing what I'm doing and living where I'm living. So I need to do a small segment here about my situation currently and how I need your help. All right. So what's the deal, folks? Maybe this is the first time you joined a stream in a while. You don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm in a pretty bad financial situation and not in any kind of fault of my own. All right. As of last year, I adjusted everything. I left YouTube as a full-time YouTuber and became more of a full-time streamer. And because of all the positive changes that I made to my content and my streaming, people absolutely love it. They come out, they support, and I'm good. I've been able to pay my bills and everything's great. Problem being, at the end of last year, I was slapped with a pretty huge problem. I was told by the state of Washington, where I moved to in 2014, that I was supposed to be doing business taxes in the state of Washington, paying these yearly since 2014. However, my accountant / tax attorney, who I had employed all the way back since 2011, didn't do my taxes properly, didn't do due diligence to find out I owed these taxes, and I was owing thousands upon thousands of dollars of back taxes to the state of Washington. Now, I didn't have that money. I was just making ends meet with the stream changes and everything, and I was like, what am I going to do? So you guys rallied at the end of last year. You were very supportive here on stream, and you got me through this big hurdle in January where I owed thousands of dollars in taxes, as well as a big bill that I had to pay to a new tax attorney to get this whole thing fixed. All right. So thank you for that. You guys are the reason why I'm still here right now, and you're the reason why my girlfriend Kat was able to move in last month, okay? But I'm still in a pickle, and here's why. That was just to take care of the 2017 business taxes. Now, coming up next month, I'm going to have due back taxes for the state of Washington from the years of 2014 to 2016. I don't even know what the amount is. There's also going to be fees and interest that I'm going to owe, and it's a bad situation because I'm not sitting on a bunch of money. I'm not. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And in addition to that, I've got a federal tax payment due because my income kind of inflated at the end of last year when you guys helped me out with this tax situation. My overall yearly income went up, and now I owe additional federal tax. In addition to all of that, my first estimated federal tax payment for 2018 is also due in April. So I'm in a bad situation here where, simply put, I'm going to owe 3 big tax payments at once. I don't know what they are yet. I'm supposed to find out hopefully within the next week what's going to happen with these federal taxes. As for the state taxes, that's for the state to figure out whenever they get a chance to do so. And they've told me it may not be even until mid to late April. So I don't even know what to do in that situation. But that being said, I do have some money. It's not like I'm sitting on nothing. You know, there was additional income that I had from you guys, you know, helping me out last year. And also, you know, the last couple of months of 2017 as well the first month of 2018 here on stream were really good. So I've got, you know, some money saved up to help with this tax situation. But if the taxes end up being as much as I'm estimating, it's not going to be nearly enough. And I'm now in a situation where if I can't pay my taxes in April, all right, what's going to happen is you're going to get fees and interest and more stuff just accruing and rolling into later in the year. And then if I can't pay my taxes later this year, the same thing happens. So it's just going to keep rolling until at the end of this year, I can't pay all my taxes. All right. I don't know what I'm going to do because that, you know, the federal government is not a nice place. Let's put it that way. The IRS will destroy me if I don't pay my taxes. All right. So more than likely what's going to end up happening is if I can't pay these taxes by the end of the year, I'm going to have to sell my house. I don't want to do that. You know, my house is the only thing that I have any equity or value in at this point. I'm fully extended financially everywhere else that I am, and it sucks, the situation that I'm in, because I didn't put myself in this situation. I didn't. This taxes, if I didn't owe these state taxes, I'd be perfectly fine. I'd be able to afford everything right now. But it's because of the situation with my tax attorney who screwed me over, and I have no recourse. I can't sue the guy because I don't have the time or money to do it, and it wouldn't even make up all the money anyway. I'm pretty much in a situation where it's kind of rocking a hard place. I've worked for 10 years being a content creator for you guys, working my ass off, you know, to the point where, you know, a lot of things have been sacrificed to do what I do and to get where I am. And the fact that I may have to lose my house now. Now my girlfriend just moved in. We're starting a new life here together. Everything's awesome. The fact I might lose my house at the end of this year or have to sell it by, you know, get it on the market by the end of this year because of a situation I didn't create is pretty disheartening. Okay? So any aid that you guys can lend is much appreciated. How can you help? Well, number one, you can pledge to my Patreon, which I've already mentioned. Number two, you can subscribe to the channel as no, that's not what I meant to say. I said the wrong thing. I mean, subscribing would help, but it wouldn't help with this current situation because I need funds by April. So subscribing actually would not help with this current situation. What would help is if you bought something from my Teespring. That's what I meant to say. If you buy something from my Teespring, that helps. Or, obviously if you're here live on stream, all right, if you're here live on stream and you are looking for, to get a shout out for your contribution, tipping me is actually the best way to go. All right? The absolute best way to go. And you might say, well, how do I tip? Well, if you look below the stream, there's a grid of information, including links to my YouTube channels, links to, the rules of the channel, which I recommend you all read, by the way. But there's also a section for tips, and if you click on that, it takes you to my tips page, where you can either leave an anonymous tip, or you can leave your name and a message so you can get a shout out during the stream. Now, if you don't see that information, maybe you're on a mobile device, then if you actually type !tip into the stream chat, it'll bring up the link. You click on that link, that will bring you to the same tips page. All right. So, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you may say, well, gee, why is Patreon, Teespring, and tipping so important right now? Why does that help Phil over any other thing that I could do to help? The bottom line is all three of those methods, I get those funds right away, instantly. There's no downtime. There's no processing time. I can withdraw Patreon funds, withdraw Teespring funds, or get your tips and spend them on stuff immediately. And right now, what I need between now and the middle of April is to raise as much capital as possible to pay towards these taxes. Because the least amount of taxes that I have left means less late fees, less interest. See what I mean? So as much I can pay it down as possible. I know I'm probably not going to be able to afford the whole thing at this point, but the most I can pay it down as possible is going to help. All right? So anything you guys contribute, 100% is going towards taxes. So anything, guys, please, if you can help, please do. I want to keep continuing to do free and fun, entertaining streams and content for you on a daily basis. I don't want things to change later this year where I have to put my house on the market and now I can't stream anymore because I'm so busy trying to sell my house and moving and all this shit. And, we all know what would happen. The quality of the streams would go down. They'd be less frequent. I have an office now with all kinds of cool equipment and soundproofing. I don't want to lose all that. It'd be a big undertaking and it would not be pretty. So please, consider, if you can, helping out. All right. All right. It is now time for shout-outs for people who have cheered, subbed, and tipped during the pre-stream. All right. So, let's do this, folks. Let's scroll all the way down here, and let's do some shout-outs. So, first of all, a few people who contributed overnight when I wasn't even streaming, which is really, really nice of them. It looks like Mark McCauley at the end of yesterday's stream, the tail end, actually resubscribed to the channel for the 3rd month in a row. So, thank you, Mark McCauley, for that. I did not see that last night, but I want to give you a credit for that. Infinite did a 50-bit cheer. Bearith Red subscribed to the channel. Bearith Red. And then Sedella also resubscribed at tier 2 for the 3rd month in a row. So thank you very much for the tier 2 sub, Sedella. And Sedella says the following. He says, I was talking to someone on YouTube chat, and I was telling someone about you and how you're a good guy and a good streamer, and she believed every single negative troll video about you. It makes me sad that some people don't want to give you a chance. Listen, it's true, and I hate to say it. Sadly, there are just some people in life who are sheep. And it sucks, but that's how they want to go through life, all right? They don't want to have any independent thought. They want to be told what to think, told how to act, and they just want to be told this is how it is. So when they see negative videos about me on the internet, do they do 5 seconds of independent research? Do they actually go to one of my streams and see one of my streams and see what it's like for themselves? All right. What do they, what do they do? Do they do that? Or do they just believe what they're told? Well, I saw a slanderous video that, took highlights from 10 years of content of yours, Phil, of negative things, and spun you in a negative light. Therefore, you must be a horrendous person, and I will never watch your stuff, and I will talk shit about you eternally. Okay? So that's ridiculous, Here's the truth of the matter, folks, and this is really true. In my life, I'm 35 years on this planet. Actually, I'm about to be, I don't know if you guys realize my birthday's right around the corner. Holy shit. Wow, what's today? My birthday is in 2 weeks. Oh my God. Wow, dude, this is a realization, guys. I had no idea my birthday was in 2 weeks. I was just thinking about how old I am. And I was like, I'm 35. Oh, wait, I'm going to be 36. Holy shit, my birthday is like in 2 weeks. I haven't even thought of my birthday for a single moment. Holy shit, man. All right, anyway. That being said, I'm almost 36. Okay? In my 36 years on this planet Earth, this is the God's honest truth. If I had just done what I was told, or believed everything I was told, and I never thought for myself or actively sought the truth, or actively went out and did things that maybe I was told not to do, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying, oh, rage against the machine and always defy authority or defy what you're told or stuff. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is there has to be an age of reason where you realize, wow, maybe not everything that I'm told in life is true. Maybe things have spin. Maybe things are done for a reason. Okay? And if you take a look at the really negative stuff that's said about me all over the internet, I want you to take a look at it closely and just for a moment microanalyze it and try to realize why it's out there. Gee, look at this person's YouTube channel. They made content of themselves and they couldn't get any views, Then all of a sudden they made a negative video about Darkside Phil and it got like 20,000 views and this is the biggest video they've ever made. And that's the bottom line, is that when people say negative, dramatic, stupid shit about people on the internet, they get attention because that's what YouTube promotes. YouTube is set up as a system to promote slander, drama, rumors, gossip. That's what YouTube does. That's what the algorithm, the automated algorithm that pushes stuff to the top of YouTube, that's what it does. If you search for me, Darkside Phil, or DSPGaming, keep in mind, I've been on YouTube for 10 years. I have over 60,000 videos and over 400 million views under my belt on YouTube, all right? 10 years of my life. You would think if you search for me or DSPGaming, you would find something of mine. Nope. The first thing that comes up are slanderous videos about me because YouTube's search algorithm is a broken piece of fucking shit. Okay? So why do you think people make slanderous videos about me? Because they know if they do, they immediately get attention and they immediately get a benefit from it. Even if they don't even know me, they've had no interaction with me or anything about me personally, they still do it on purpose to get attention. Okay? It's ridiculous. So that's why. So I feel, it's lame because there are people, tons of them, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, who in life, they never actually seek out anything for themselves. They just sit around and they watch the news, and the news is true. And they go on the internet and they see something on Twitter, that must be true. They see a video on YouTube, it must be true. They never have an independent thought in their fucking head. These people are the definition of sheep. And that's their life. What a great contribution to the planet when all you do is believe what you're told constantly and you never actually actively seek out any kind of truth. It's lame, but the problem is there's tons of people like that. So I'm not surprised whatsoever, Sedella, to hear this story that, you hear that there's people out there who absolutely hate my guts, but they know nothing about the real me. They refuse to come watch a stream. They refuse to actually watch my real content. Because it's hilarious that every once in a while, you'll get someone who'll come in here and say, holy crap, Phil, I've heard so much negative stuff about you. I said, I gotta finally check this guy out for myself. And now that I do, I love your streams. They're fun, they're chill, they're exciting, they're funny. You rage when you fail. But you have some intelligent, fun conversation with your viewers. There's a lot of fun to be had just playing, different various games because you're a variety style streamer. This is a cool place to hang out. But they don't know that because they believe all the crap. So there you go. But anyway, Sedella, thank you for the support. And you know what? I do appreciate you at least trying to get people to come check me out. That's all you can do. Don't be discouraged and don't be disheartened if you're a fan or viewer of mine and you try to get people to come check out my stuff and they're like, but that's the guy who has 10,000 negative videos about him on YouTube. Just say, yeah, you want to know why those videos exist? Because all those people are no-talent hacks, and they couldn't get any views up for themselves, so they said shit about Phil, and immediately they went to the top of YouTube search rankings and got artificial views for their crap. But actually go check Phil out for yourself, and you'll actually see it's a lot different. That's all you can do. And if that person then decides to go do that, great. And if they don't, no skin off your back, and you shouldn't feel bad. There's nothing you can do. Some people are just sheep, and you can't help them. All right? Okay. Raisin bread is tasty. Did a 100-bit cheer. It says, Phil, would you be up for playing Overwatch again? They added a new hero, and I think you'd enjoy playing it again with fans every now and again. Thanks. Listen, I actually do like Overwatch. I do. Do I like it as a competitive game? No, I never got that much into it. I certainly never played it enough to the point where I got to a competitive level and I was great at the game. All right? It's true. I just never. But I did get to a point where I was playing it consistently and I really enjoyed it for about a year. And sadly, I'd say by about the end of that year, people really kind of fell out of love with me playing the game for whatever reason. They just thought it was boring. They said it's the same shit. Stop playing it. So I did, I remember the last few sessions. I remember the last one I did, it was the what was his name? Death Fist or whatever his name is. Whenever he premiered, I did a stream and no one showed up. Everyone on stream was like, this is boring. And no one showed up. And everyone was like, just do something else. And I was like, well, it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Maybe if I had been someone who had focused competitively on Overwatch and was really good at the game and, was playing at a high level, then maybe people would care. But in general, it just seemed like my viewership kind of fell out of love with the game and didn't really care about it anymore. Oh, it was Doomfist, not Death Fist. Excuse me. Thank you to those who corrected me in the stream chat. I don't even remember. I only played once ever, and that was it. And that was the last time I played. And that was, a year ago? Right? So I haven't seen anything in Overwatch in a year. It was funny because Kat, last month when she moved in, she was playing Overwatch, and I was watching her play it a little bit. Because I was like, man, I heard you say you're so good at the game, and I watched it. I was like, holy fuck. She got an 18 kill streak and shit with oh my god, I can't remember her name. The Indian girl. So, Symmetra. Yes, Symmetra. She got an 18 kill streak with Symmetra. I'm like, oh my god, you're really good at this fucking game. But I'm watching her play, and I'm like, what is this map? I've never seen this before, And I'm like, who's that character? Oh, that's Moira. Who the fuck is that? Oh, she's a new character. Well, I didn't even know who she was. So I was like, wow. And I played one game on her PC, and it was like a mind-altering experience. There was no delay, no lag. I whooped ass. I was MVP. I picked the soldier, and I was MVP of the team. I got in an 8 or 12 kill streak. It was nuts. And I was like, holy shit, this game is actually great on PC. No delay, right? But anyway, that will, I haven't played the game in so long, I don't think it would make sense for me to go back. I would be so out of the loop. Plus, keep in mind, I'd still be playing on PS4 with all the delay and everything. It wouldn't be like me playing the PC version like I played on her PC and had a lot of fun. It would go right back to the situation where we delayed and... Ugh. Plus, like I said, I think Overwatch is a game, if you stayed on top of it for 2 years, okay, then maybe people would still be interested in me watching it, but I have. It's been a year. No one's going to care about me going back to it, all right? So I'm probably not going to go back to Overwatch, just saying. Cody Carls did a 25-bit cheer and said, even though not everyone understands the humor in it, your April Fool specials are some of my favorites. I hope you consider doing one this year. Dude, I didn't even realize my birthday was in 2 weeks. When is April Fool's? So today, oh my God. Dude, April Fool's is in just over a week. I really doubt I'm going to do anything for it. I doubt it. At that point, I'm going to be in the midst of Far Cry 5. I'm also going to be playing Ni no Kuni. Oh, you know what? That day, April Fool's Day, is the 1st of April, Sunday. That's actually the day I think I'm going to change my schedule, which I should mention on pre-stream here. I did not mention it yet, guys, but I should bring this up. It's very important. Starting in April, all of my streams are going to change. All right? How are they going to change? They're going to be earlier. All right? Earlier on. And what that means is roughly an hour, maybe an hour and a half earlier. Okay? So, right now, my first stream starts around 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. It's going to start around 10:30 a.m., if not, maybe like 10:15 a.m. Pacific time. And you might say, well, why? Why are your streams going back? Why are you pulling your streams back starting earlier? Well, it's because I'm trying to basically get in line with a normal schedule, which I've never done. Throughout all the years that I've live streamed and all this, I never really had a normal human schedule. I was sleeping in way too late, waking up and basically streaming first in the afternoon, then taking a break for dinner, then streaming late at night. And my late night stream, no one in Europe could really watch it because it was so late over there. And then I was staying up way too late. So now what's happening is Kat has, she's working now, and she has like kind of normal office hours. She goes in early in the morning, and she leaves, in the early to late afternoon some days. Some days she works a little later, but with those hours, I don't even see her. Like this morning when I woke up, she was gone. She comes home from work when I'm working. We see each other at dinner, but then I do a second stream, and she has to go back to sleep to go to work the next day. So for this whole week, I've barely seen her. And we're like, this can't work. This is not working. We got to change stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start going to bed earlier, but I'm going to start waking up earlier. Okay? Which allows me then to see her in the morning and allows me to have a stream that's earlier so I can end my stream earlier. So when she's coming home from work, I'm done with streaming and now we have time to spend together. We can have dinner together. And then second stream is earlier. Okay, my second stream right now starts roughly around 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. It's going to start probably around 6:15 p.m. Pacific time. So we're talking about another hour, 15-minute difference. And that stream's going to end earlier. See what I mean? So now I'll have some time to spend with her at night before she goes to sleep to go to work the next morning. So that's what I'm doing. And plus, let's face this, for all of you who are not American, if you don't live in America and you have been watching me internationally, this is probably going to massively benefit you. Because I've gotten, suggestions over the years so many times. Phil, do earlier streams, because in the European Union in particular, we can't watch your streams because they're too late. So I'm pulling the time back to try to make it easier for you guys. All right. Sound good? So that's coming up. All right, FYI. That is coming up in April. And so probably April 1st, maybe the first day where I do this. And no, it won't be an April Fool's joke. It'll actually be a regular thing where I'm streaming earlier, ending earlier to spend more time with my girlfriend and to have a more human schedule and to have more time with my European viewers as well. I think this is going to work out. Okay? And no, I will say this, folks. Whoever this is, Catastrophe in the stream chat, is not my girlfriend. My girlfriend is at work right now. That is not my girlfriend in the stream chat. Some people are, there's another person in the stream chat with the name Cat. That must be Phil's girlfriend, because we all know there's only one woman on planet Earth with the name Cat. Yes, we've done all this intensive research and put two and two together to create 17, and now we have figured out the mystery. No, That is not my girlfriend in stream chat, FYI, just so you guys know. But anyway, more than likely, I am not doing an April Fool special this year, but more than likely, I am still going to be playing Far Cry 5 and or Ni no Kuni 2, and I will be pulling back my streams by about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes starting in April, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, everybody? Alrighty then. Super Meat Boy cheered, and he said, repeat after me, after me, after me. Okay, good for you. What a shout out. Master Saru cheered and said, the verdict is in for Sea of Thieves. It's not good. 67 overall from critics and a 5.9 user score on Metacritic. Ouch. Well, I'm going to be reviewing it today too, so there you go. Super Meat Boy cheered again, and this time did another kind of weird lyric. You used to call me on my cell phone. I don't even know what this is. Is this freaking a Drake lyric or something stupid? I don't know. Anyway. Chuckus14, who was banned from the stream chat because he's an idiot troll, cheered and said, you were just talking mad shit about this game last night on your PUBG stream. You were playing it today. Hypocrite bitch. You're so stupid. I said all along I would be playing it 3 times this week, and I wanted to see all the content before I reviewed it. Why wouldn't I play it a final time to do the Kraken and the final stuff? Oh, wait, you're stupid. I forgot. So I'll just ignore your stupidity. Shout out to Jose Cuervo 527 who subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Jose Cuervo, for the sub. Shout out to Abigail Ryfinger, who did a 65-bit cheer. Thank you very much. Woodrow Wilson did a 25-bit cheer and said, do you think Donald Trump could beat up Joe Biden? He's claiming on Twitter today that he can. Honestly, if the two of them got into a fight, they'd probably both die of heart attacks because they're both old gentlemen, and they probably should not be talking this kind of garbage on the internet since they're both supposed to be role models to people and trying to show to people how to behave and be responsible adults, but instead they're on Twitter talking about beating each other up like schoolyard rivals. It's so stupid. When this is our government, these are the people who lead us in this country, people who want to beat each other up on the playground. What the fuck? Stupid. Anyway. Critical for Days did a 25-bit cheer. And he said, hey, Phil, kind of funny seeing some people say that they don't like watching because there's no new games coming out. Now there's a new game coming out. You know, you played Sea of Thieves, and people are like, well, this new game's boring. Go back and play PUBG. It's like, make up your own mind. No, see, in Critical for Days, this is exactly the point that I've made. This year has been a really dead year when it came to gaming. The games that have come out that have been popular are not games that people would like to watch me play. Like, for example, Monster Hunter World. It's a repetitive, grinding game that I found boring when I played the beta. So if I had played it, people would have just complained that the game was boring. So I skipped it, and people complained that I skipped it. See what I mean? Then in February, again, no real new games coming out. A game called Kingdom Come Deliverance comes out, or whatever the hell it is. I looked into it, didn't look like a game I'd be interested in. People complain I didn't play it. But if I played the game, they would have complained that I did. The problem is right now that there's really nothing going on in the realm of gaming at all. And the few things that have come out, like Sea of Thieves, are boring. So it's like, this really has been one of the deadest years for gaming for these first 3 months. It just has. I don't think anyone could dispute this. When you compare this to the past few years and the things that have come out early on in the year versus this year, this has been one of the deadest years ever. And that's unfortunate. Because usually when you start the year strong, you get this big motivation, right? This year has been like, and there's nothing you can do. You know, when there's overall just a negative feeling about gaming and there's nothing going on, you know, there's my dedicated viewers who will be here no matter what I play, and they'll hang out with me and they'll chill and have a good time. And I really do appreciate that because you guys are the ones who keep me going, right? But really, the people who come around just for the new stuff have been not around lately because there really hasn't been much new. Now, we got Ni no Kuni 2 on Saturday. We got Far Cry 5 this Tuesday. Next month, we got God of War, and I am expecting a bunch of people to come check that out. And then in May, just between State of Decay 2, Detroit Become Human, and the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, May's going to be huge, all right? But you're absolutely right. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. So if you play every new game, people complain the games are boring. If you don't play every new game, people complain you're not playing the new games. So that's the situation I'm kind of up against. But for me, rather than focus on the negativity, I'd rather focus on the positive. The fact that I do have people who come out and watch me play stuff no matter what. People who support me no matter what. People who enjoy what I'm doing no matter what, because they like me and they like hanging out with me and my honest reactions. They appreciate what I've been doing for 10 damn years and they want to see it keep going. You know, there's always going to be a fickle group of people who will only come by when there's a big hype new release that's good. And I understand that. I know that. That's kind of part of what I do. After doing it for 10 years as a variety streamer, I expect it. It is what it is, but, you know, thank you to those who are here, regardless of anything. So, thank you for that. Alright, Eternal Napalm did a 50-bit cheer. He said, Sea of Thieves is No Man's Sky 2.0. What is scary is that it was supposed to be Xbox's flagship game. Not looking good. I know, dude, they promoted the hell out of Sea of Thieves. They put a ton of money into the marketing. I saw they had buses driving around promoting the game. They made special edition Xbox Ones for the game. And this game is pretty much a dud on arrival. So, it's not looking good for these Microsoft Studio exclusives. Although I'll say this, State of Decay 1 was an outstandingly good game. It exceeded all expectations. So I'm really hoping for good things for State of Decay 2 next month. And that is a Microsoft Studios exclusive as well. So, well, that's, excuse me. That's in May, not next month. That's May. The Aston Martin cheered and says, due to the recent tax law that passed, where withholding rates went down, wouldn't you be owing less taxes? Possibly. It's possible. It's not 100% set in stone. My tax attorney back in January actually said, yes, it's possible that you'll overall be paying a less percentage. However, since I made more money last year than I did the year before because of people being so generous at the end of the year, which inflated my overall income, it means that they're going to base my income this year off of my income last year, and therefore I'm going to have to pay more taxes up front based on the estimations. So that being said, I'm going to be paying more overall anyway, no matter what. Even if the tax rates went down for me this year, I will still be paying more federal tax in 2018 than I did in 2017, simply because it's based on a higher estimated total income. Now, if I overpay, right, if I pay more than I actually end up owing because I don't make that much money this year, then that's good, because it means I'll owe less next year. But nevertheless, the government still expects me to come up with this money, even if I'm not making enough to friggin' pay it. They expect me to have this money. I know that sounds really stupid, because it is, but that's what happens with self-employed people. The government doesn't even give a shit how much you made in a quarter. They just expect you to come up with an estimated payment. Really dumb. All right, Eternal Napalm cheered again. Said, is Darksiders 1 and 2 worth playing? Are they polished games? Darksiders 1 was really good, although it did have some bugs at launch, admittedly. I really liked it. It actually felt like a more gothic-style Zelda game. And that's actually my best comparison. Would be like almost like a modernized kind of gothic Zelda with some really interesting combat. The combat mechanics were far better than Zelda, in my opinion. Darksiders 2, I don't know. I didn't like it as much as the first one. I thought the first one actually was a better game. I thought Darksiders 2, they did water it down a little bit and try to streamline it a little bit more to make it easier. But at the same time, I think a lot of the fun and challenge of the first game and a lot of the puzzle solving as well as the first game was kind of bypassed. It made it more of an action-y game. I still think the games are good. I do still think the games are good. But, I don't know. You know, now you're talking, you know, games that I played a long-ass time ago versus modernized games, too. That may be another thing. Will they stand the test of time? That I can't answer. Atlas Telemon cheered. Just a great session of Ultra Street Fighter 2. You seem to enjoy it. Have a great stream today. Thank you, Atlas. And I will be playing Ultra Street Fighter 2 tonight. He also did another cheer and said, do you think the next console generation will finally run 60 frames per second and 4K natively? Nope. I don't. I do not. If we still, in this console generation, can't even do 720p and 60 frames per second consistently, because we don't. It's either like, you know, 720p, 60 frames, or 1080p, 30 frames, and even that's not consistent. If we can't do that, there's no way that game developers are going to be able to master this new hardware that comes out for the next gen and be able to do full 60 frame 4K. No way. I don't believe it for a second. All right? I really don't. King of Hypocrisy did a cheer, and he says, Phil, I can understand why your haters go after you, but why do they attack your girlfriend? She's barely been involved in your content. She hasn't done anything controversial or negative. Are they just jealous or something? That is an interesting question, King of Hypocrisy. And obviously the first answer that any logical person would say is just that these people are not nice people. They are gross people. It's obvious that it's funny. It's very funny. And here's why I say this. All of this movement against me, the negative movement against me on the internet, this is how you don't play and all that, all hid under the guise or the cloak of we are criticism against Phil and his content on YouTube. We are strongly criticizing Phil. We just want him to improve. We don't feel that he deserves success because he doesn't put in time or effort or his content is too negative and blah, 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 blah. That's what it all hid under, all right? That's what it was, okay? However, if you guys have not noticed, in the past year to 2 years, in particular this last year, when I adjusted hugely to what people wanted, I became a live interactive streamer, right? And I do things a lot differently now. All of a sudden, all those valid criticisms of Phil's content seem to have gone away, and now all it's become is ridiculously slanderous personal attacks that aren't true, right? Take a look at some of the stuff that people have said about me. I'm violent towards children or women. I hire escorts. I do all that. And when you actually look at the situations, you're like, it's either completely factually wrong or they took something so ludicrously out of context to try to spin it to make me look bad. And this is what people say about me now. No one really is coming in and saying, oh, well, you know, Phil's streams aren't good anymore. It's not true. No one says that. Everyone's like, wow, Phil's streams have been more positive. They're good. So now we have to find something else to attack Phil for because we need to still put out our negative videos to get attention. And really, as I said earlier, that's just the bottom line of it all. The only reason they're doing it isn't to prove a point and isn't to get me to change and isn't to end me on the internet. It's to get their selves attention. Because outside of making negative content about me, they don't get any attention. No one would give a fuck about any of these people if they didn't constantly make negative videos about me. So that's why they do it. All right. Now, in particular, all right, when you're talking about my girlfriend Kat, you're absolutely right. Since I even announced her existence, you've seen 3 pictures of her. One of her putting up ornaments on my Christmas tree, one of her when she first arrived here, and one of her on Valentine's Day. And then you've seen her in one video. And that's it. The other stuff that people have dug up are stuff from her past over a year ago. You know, she did a few videos on the internet, gameplay videos. She did a couple streams on Twitch. Outside of that, she had a Twitter she almost never really used. And she hasn't used it for about a year. And she's done with it. She doesn't want to have any part to do with it because she knows what would happen if she tried, right? She knew all this actively when she decided to enter a relationship with me. That she wouldn't be able to do certain things because of the negativity and shit that gets associated. So she knew, all right? So literally, you know nothing about her but except the few things that I've talked about and the one time she's been in videos. What else do you know? Nothing. You're absolutely right, King of Hypocrisy. She said nothing controversial. She said nothing inflammatory, all right? Now, I will make a direct comparison here. My ex-girlfriend was the opposite. My ex-girlfriend was very confrontational, very controversial. She would go on Twitter and argue with people and say things. She would argue with people in videos. You know what I mean? Like, she had a very confrontational personality, and I can understand that people had issues with her. And I think for a lot of people, all right, sadly, and I hate to say this because I've said this over the years, they have this black and white mentality in their head. So Phil used to go out with someone who was very confrontational and very kind of, always kind of angry towards the internet. So that means immediately if he's going out with someone new, we have to treat her exactly the same way. We have to deride her and attack her and make personal attacks and say nasty things about her because it's Phil's girlfriend and the last girlfriend was one way, so this new girlfriend is the same. No. That's not how life works. It's not. And that's fucked up. People literally think in black and white. Like, if it was one way, it must always be this way. So, it's hilarious because people, until up to the moment that I announced, that I was going out with Kat, people were still bringing up a situation in stream chat that happened in 2013. All right? I mean, how many years ago? saying that my ex-girlfriend was mad at people with the Kingdom Hearts stream and blah, blah, blah. And they use that as a reason to, like, hate on me and hate on her. It's ridiculous, right? What the fuck does that have to do with 2018, right? See what I mean? But that's how people are. They never forget the past. So I get the feeling there's a group of people who just, they're so used to hating on me and hating on my girlfriend that even though there's a totally new, beautiful, loving person in my life who is very, very, very fucking different from my ex, okay? Kat is a totally different kind of person. She doesn't want to be part of internet drama. She has no desire to argue with people on the internet. She wants to just have a nice life with me. And, you know, gaming, yes, she likes gaming. She just wants it to herself. She doesn't want to be part of this big toxic environment of YouTube and Twitch. And she just wants to have fun with a life here with me and not be a part of my content all the time. You know, she doesn't. She does not want to be in every video. Does she want to be part of stuff occasionally? Absolutely. She does. Every once in a while, if I do a DSP tries it, or if we're vlogging somewhere, maybe we're going somewhere new we've never been before, we're going to do some travel vlogs, some stuff like that, holiday vlogs, stuff like that. Yes, then she wants to be involved. But she doesn't want to be in every playthrough. You know, this game, A Way Out, is coming out tomorrow. And I asked her, are you interested in doing this co-op game, A Way Out, with me? She said, no. Honestly, I'm not very interested in it. And, you know, I would rather wait, if we're going to do co-op together, to play a game that we both are into. And we both can get into together. And do a fun playthrough of. Not, I want to just jump into any old game just for the sake of getting into any old game to be in your footage. That's not how I am. See what I mean? How different that is? So, there you go. It's not fair. It's absolutely 100% unfair for people to be attacking Kat. She has nothing to do with my ex-girlfriend. She has nothing to do with me or my content. She's a completely separate person and entity. And for people to be attacking her, obviously personally, attacking her physically, attacking all these things that they're saying about her nasty on the internet, is ridiculous. What the fuck? You don't even know the girl. And this is the thing, honestly, because people, again, for years, well, all the criticism against Phil is valid. Just look at it, saying that his content is terrible. None of this is about this anymore. Now you're literally making up nasty shit about me and my current girlfriend, you know, that has nothing to do with anything in the past. You're literally making personal attacks against her. You don't even know her. So if anything, that exposes the toxic, disgusting, immoral people on the internet who are only doing it for personal gain. They are not here to criticize anything that I'm doing. They are not here to criticize anything she does because she's done nothing. They're literally only here to insult for the sake of insulting, so you'll watch their drama videos and they get views on YouTube. Period. And if you support those fucking people and watch their content, you're part of the problem. That's the bottom line. You are. Because if you watch that shit, that filth, all right, you're the reason why YouTube sucks. You're the reason why YouTube is how it is. Because you support garbage content. And you should not do it. And you shouldn't be here on stream. And you shouldn't fucking be doing any kinds of negative shit about people you don't know. It's fucked up. It really is. You know? It's really fucked up. So grow up. Alright. So there you go. Atlas Telemon cheered and said, have you ever considered doing commentary on Super Turbo events like an Evo in a stream? A fresh perspective opposed to always hearing Ultra, David, and James Chen. On what opportunity do you ever think that Evo staff would allow me to do commentary on Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo? Well, on what planet do you think that this would happen? They have no desire to have me at their events, and they have no desire for me to do commentary. It's not going to happen. Shout out to Aussie Sly Adam, who did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Aussie Sly. JP also did a 29-bit cheer and said, I'm only going to say it once, JP for mod. Super Meat Boy cheered and said, it may not be mean, nothing to you all, but under... All right, it's another stupid lyric I'm not going to read. Super Meat Boy did another cheer, did the same thing. I'm not going to read it. And the rapper named Drake cheered and said, why do you delete the closed captions off of your pre-streams? Do you hate deaf people? What on earth are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then Super Meat Boy did another cheer. And he's being a troll. So he's banned from the stream chat for good. Goodbye, idiot. I knew, you know, all his cheers were just troll cheers anyway, so get the fuck out. Okay. So, anything else? I think that's it for cheers, subs, tips, shout-outs. Actually, well, there was only one sub and no tips, but there were a lot of cheers to get through. So that is it, guys. Thanks for being patient. Reminder, a couple things. Reminder, number 1, we are trying to hit a subs goal this month. So if you subscribe, you'll be helping out with that, obviously, duh. Oh my God, excuse me. And right now, I think we're at 435. So thanks to everyone who has subbed. Number 2, if you want to help out with this upcoming tax situation, which is going to be a big problem for me, please either pledge to my Patreon or get something for my Teespring, or if you want a live shout out during the stream, tip me during the stream. Okay? Thanks everyone. I appreciate it. Now let's get to the final session of Sea of Thieves. Let's see how this goes. Like I said, today, going to be hunting the Kraken. And maybe doing a little bit more side content until, well, not really side content, it's the only content in the game. And then just review it live. I will be reviewing it live on today's stream. Okay? All right, thank you guys. And it's time to begin Sea of Thieves. All right.